Hey you guys, what's going on? It's Dennis here with Grass Monkey Lawn Care, coming at you with another video going live tonight. We are going to be talking about a few things, but I want to wait for some people to get in here, so that's what we're gonna do. Get the chat pulled up here so I can see what's going on. And we'll get things rolling here. So, yeah, basically this video here, we're going live and we're going to chat about the start of the 2018 season, guys. It has begun. We have started our first round of first cuts this week. And I got to tell you guys, it's been pretty cool, pretty exciting to be back out on a mower again, working. It makes me feel really good to be back out, finally working again. Uh, Kind of a quick update with the company, guys. So as last week, we were probably right around 44 properties. We are now up to 52, 53 properties and keeps going up a couple a week. That being said, kind of the topic of the video is the start of the 2018 season, what's been working, what's not been working. So I kind of want to go over some of that stuff and answer any questions you guys have and kind of have a live Q&A as we go and kind of go from there, guys. So if you have any questions, just kind of throw them out as we go along and I can stop and read them and we can kind of cover those. But let's talk about some things that have been working for me for the 2018 season, starting the season off. First thing is advertising, guys. Let's talk about advertising. The Facebook marketing has been working pretty well for me. I'm getting a lot of calls off the advertising I've done 3 ads through the month of March. I did a couple like call now types of ads, and I did one kind of specific ad just aimed towards lawn care clients. Based off those ads, I probably got about 25 to 30 phone calls off those ads, and I got some clients, guys. So the ads paid for themselves and then some. We got some miscellaneous side work with it, and then we got some mowing customers with it also. So it worked pretty good. How we doing, Mr. Don Abraham? Uh, I think the ads worked great on Facebook. We continue to do them. We'll actually probably launch another one in like another week or so. Let's see, what does he say here? What ads? Facebook ads. We're talking about Facebook ads. I recently did some ads on Facebook. They turned out pretty good. Got roughly around 30 phone calls off of those. So those worked out pretty good. That's something that's been working for the business, is doing those. Another thing was that Facebook's been doing, so when you advertise on Facebook, it also puts it on Instagram. And I have no idea what comes off of the Instagram thing. I'm not sure. Other than you get on Instagram, you can kind of see people who like it, the ad itself. But other than that, I don't think you get really any kind of analytics off the Instagram stuff that's out there on that. So I have no clue as far as that goes. Something else that's been working well, guys, is since we've had the website redesigned, it's only been up now for about a week. That's helped tremendously. It gives my company a whole new professional look to it. I feel a lot better about it when people go visit my site, what they're looking at. When they hit the request forms, it makes it nice because I can get very detailed information off of that. So I get their address immediately, exactly what they're looking for, their phone number, their email, everything I need is right there on the form that comes across for the website. So that's been really nice. Let's see what he's saying here. How much are you paying a day on Facebook? It's not really a day, I would say. I usually keep a budget about $90 for the ad campaign. And what that does on Facebook is I'll usually run it for 14 days, and that $90 will generally attract probably about, I want to say, about 8,000 people, I think, in that 14 days. So on average, I spend about $90 per 14-day ad. So let's see. How's your helper working out part-time? So yeah, guys, here's something else I want to talk about too. So with the advertising working, that means we've had more business come along. But here's the thing, guys. So I kind of got stressed out and kind of freaked out, just because the amount of work that was coming in. My client list was kind of growing, and I didn't know what to do because we have these projects sitting that needed to get completed before mowing started, which was started on Monday. So I was trying to hustle to find somebody. But something you got to remember when you're, in business, you're still kind of young. With year 3 with me, I'm still considered a young business. And I still feel young in business, guys, because there's still a lot to learn as far as what you're doing, how you're doing it, managing the finances of everything. It's not easy. And that's something I need to do a video about, is everybody on YouTube is always talking about how great and easy, and you see the side of things that are just always going good for business, but rarely do you see the sides where people are struggling or the trials and tribulations they're going through behind, behind the scenes or not on video. So basically what happened is, I mean, there's a lot of money tied up in projects right now. I have some Net 45 accounts that I'm waiting for big checks to come in. So I mean, financially right now, things are tight. They're extremely tight, and without having those checks rolling in, it makes it hard to get through the month of March. March is always a tough month. So I was trying to get a helper, basically, and I found a really good guy too. But here's the thing: I had to reevaluate some stuff as far as finances go. Can I afford this guy until I get on my checks through April? You got to weigh that out. And so what I'm going to do is I might use them very, very limited through April until I can get my bankroll built back up to where I feel good about it. The guy's a good guy. He has a lot of experience on mowers. He knows how to use walkers, any kind of mower he knows how to use. So he's a good helper. But the problem is, I mean, right now I don't know if I can afford to have him around until I start getting checks cashed and getting things rolling. So let's see what we got some questions rolling in here. Let's see. Do you also do mulching? Yes, we do mulching. I've already done a bunch of that already. So that is something we do add in our services. Let's see. People will tell you they have experience, then you hire them, go to the first lawn, and don't know how to start equipment. I've seen that before. Believe it or not, that's a lot of it. I've talked to some people on some Facebook forums because we have a little small group here in Kansas that a bunch of us guys are joined to, and you'll see guys on there telling stories about how they've already went through like 7 guys and it's only been like 3 weeks, running. So it is hard to get good help. Let's see. Don't bill out so you can get funds in. Don't bill out so you can get funds in. I don't know what that means. All right, guys. I think we're back up again. I don't know what happened there. But the Net 45s are the things that are hard to deal with because those guys, they'll pay Net 45 regardless. So do you get paid the day of the jobs, or do you bill out? Oh, no, I bill out everything. So basically, to keep things simple and easy and keep things organized on my part too, is I go home, I bill them out. They can pay online with a credit card, or they can mail me a check. There's a due date that they have to pay by. Certain jobs like landscape work and stuff like that has to be paid that day. So I go home and bill them, and it's due that day. So that's kind of how that works on as far as billing goes. But yeah, I mean, let's go back to some of the things that have been working. So let's go back to the website. With having a new website, that's been working very, very well. Like I said, with the request forms coming in that they have on the website design now, there's basically a request for estimate on every single page that someone visits. So it makes it simple and easy, so someone can just scroll and then boom, there's a form there for an estimate. And then if you go to the next page, there's a form for an estimate. Wherever they go, there's a form for estimates. So I mean, the website's helped tremendously. I feel really good about it. So that's something that has been working. Have we started mowing yet? Yeah, we started mowing on Monday. That's our regular scheduled mowing, so I started then. The problem we're having here is the temperatures are up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and we've had very limited moisture. We've had probably 2 little rains that have came through. Before that, we haven't had rain since November or October, so things have been pretty dry here. So once things start growing, then there's no rain, and then things slow back down because people aren't running their sprinklers full board yet, I don't think. I've had some customers that are, but a lot of them are not. But things are greening up. Things are getting close to get pretty crazy, I think, as far as the mowing goes. So yeah, we have started mowing already. And also, what's we've talked about the same things that have worked. Some things that have not worked, guys, is here's something to you gotta make mistakes to learn, and move forward in your experience in business. So basically, we were doing this landscape job, right, and we had to make all these new beds that weren't there. We had to cut into the person's yard, create all new landscape beds. I thought, I'll just edge it out with a shovel and a half moon edger, and then just till it up. That didn't work very well, guys. That tiller didn't do anything to that ground. I mean, it tilled it up somewhat, but it made life very difficult as far as making those beds. So what I did was, it was a 2-day job. So the second day, after realizing how difficult it was, went back, rented a sod cutter for these beds, and night and day difference, guys. That sod cutter lifted that stuff right up. It rolled it right up, and it left the ground completely level and perfectly set for the flower bed that we created out of it. So lesson learned, sometimes you have to go into a job, make some mistakes in it, realize what you've done, and apply it when you move forward, and adjust your estimate based off the stuff you need for it. Um, let's see. The website is the best investment you ever made. You're going to wish you'd done it sooner. I mean, I had a website. It's one I made myself, but I wish I would have invested more money into it and had someone professionally do it to begin with. I would have been a lot further along now, I believe, had I done that. But sometimes you don't need websites at all. I mean, I know there's one guy that's watching this right now that doesn't have a website, and this guy gets a ton of business, and it's basically through word of mouth and Facebook. But I do think websites are extremely helpful in aiding you to get a lot more business and progressing yourself and building if you have one, because when people go online, they can find you, which opens you up to a whole other realm of customers that easily just go on the computer and say, I'm looking for a landscaper, I'm looking for a sprinkler guy, I'm looking for a lawn care guy, or fertilization and weed control. If you have a website, it's your 24-hour salesman. So, I mean, yeah, the website is, it's one of the best investments you can make in business, for sure. But me having mine redone, I feel like it's going to generally create a whole lot more business for me. And then, guys, the biggest improvement from last year to this season, as far as helping me, get phone calls, is having that truck wrapped. I get a lot of attention with that truck, whether I'm at a gas station, at a light, driving all over. I mean, I've had people tell me, like friends or family or customers, hey, I saw your truck, or man, you can't miss that truck. It's just it's a huge freaking billboard. And the cost up front, guys, isn't cheap. It's $1,500 to get it wrapped, but 2 clients and it's paid for, and that should be no problem. Having that much advertising while you're driving. I mean, that thing is just freaking huge. It's like going. If you've ever been to Vegas before, how you have those big vehicles that drive around the town. They have like the big screens on the side that advertising for this show or this buffet or this or that. It's the same thing with having the truck wrapped. Everywhere I go, people are seeing it. I mean, I've been in gas stations where have people just reading down the services list, going, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. You see them looking at it. So, let's see here. Are you on the first page of Google yet? I think I am for most things. Some stuff I'm not, and it's going to take a while to get there, like sod. Landscaping, I'm not on first page. But for like lawn care services, yeah, I'm on first page in the town I'm in. And doing well with that. And a lot of that is due to the reviews that I have. If you guys ever want to go check that out and see the contrast as far as what my company has compared to my competition, Google Lawn Care Wichita, Kansas, and then check out how many reviews I have, and then just see my competition around me, and you'll see that I have, I think it's 26, 27, or 28 Google reviews. There's some Facebook reviews. I have a company called Signpost that I use, and there's a ton of reviews on there. But that helps, having those reviews. That's word of mouth, because I mean, everybody reading, it's coming from your customers that are saying things about you, and people want to see that. So if you want to get more business, get reviews, and get more reviews. I can't strongly suggest that enough. Those reviews will help you a ton. It's helped me. I mean, I've had people straight up tell me, like, we went online. We've had people in the past that we weren't happy with. We saw your company, we saw the reviews, we saw what people are saying, so that's why we're calling you, is because basically they're saying you're proven through other people that you will do a good job, and we can depend on you. So, I mean, that's a huge thing. That right there, beats out your competition all day long. Let's say they have 3 reviews, but here you're sitting with 26, and they're all 5-star reviews. Who do you think they're going to pick? This guy or you? I'm just saying, I mean, to me, that's the big thing. I mean, that's something that's really worked for me from day one till now, is reviews all day long. I have them on my website too, and I had the website redesigned. I specifically told her, load it up with all the reviews you can get on there. And they did it. They did a great job with it. So, some things that aren't working also is, right now we're having some issues with the trailer. So my trailer gate got bent back a little bit, and the pin that comes and slides through like this, it popped one of them off. So right now I'm struggling with trying to fix the trailer, get that taken care of. You know, the gate's kind of rattling back and forth, so I had to stick something in there for the time being. I got to find a way to refabricate my trailer back there. I'm trying to get another trailer anyways, but just something else to worry about right now as far as that goes. One of my trimmers is not working real great right now, so there's some stuff that kind of hits you right at the beginning of the season that you don't expect, but those things are going to happen. It's just the way it is. You know, you're dealing with that crap, you know, on a daily basis all the time. Whether it's, you know, something's broke, tire's flat, um, you know, something's wrong with your work truck, you know, it's a million things that can come up at once and smack you in the face. It's just the way it rolls, you know, and right now, I mean, I got a couple of things to deal with, but not a big deal. I can make the trailer work for right now, until I can find some kind of solution as far as getting it fabricated to make it work again, and still searching for a trailer in the meantime, maybe like next month or two. But those are always issues, guys, and that's some stuff that, you know, you got to realize. A lot of you guys already realize that is every day when you wake up, I mean, there could be 5 things that can happen to you, good or bad or ugly. You just never know. Um, let's see. How many Google reviews do you have? So I think I have 26 or 27 Google reviews, roughly. Facebook reviews, I think there's 7 or 8 Facebook reviews. Like I said, with the signpost thing, there's a ton of them. Let's see. I have a Redmax 8500 backpack blower for sale. So if someone looking for a backpack blower, let me know. I know this guy that just commented on that. He'll hook you up with some kind of deal, I bet you. So, and then something else I want to share, guys. Okay, so what's getting me some new business this year compared to the previous years? So year 1, all I did was mow. That's all I did. Just mow and mow only. Year 2, all I did was mow, and that's all I did was mow only. This year, we're doing everything. Let me tell you something. If you don't do it, find someone that can. Advertise yourself as a full service company. And if you need to, once I have sprinkler experience. I do not know anything about sprinklers. Not a big deal. I know someone that does, so guess who I call to take care of that? So instead of my customer have to call John Doe or John C or whatever over here, I can handle all for him through me and outsource it out to this person or this person, and they still feel like they're going through one person because I'm still billing them for everything. So that's something that's really helped me a lot this year, is becoming a full service company. People like that. They don't want to deal with 5 different people for their property. They only want to deal with one. The reason why is they're writing one check. They're just worried about one email, one phone call, one kind of schedule they have to keep up with. That's it. So that's helped my business tremendously this year, is being a full service company, able to offer everything to them and make it a one-stop shop. Another thing too is that prevents me from having some other competitor out there get on my property, because the people I outsource this work to, I'm not worried about them walking into my property and going, hey man, I can do your yard for this, what's he charging you? Or, you know, trying to steal them from you or undercut me. I'm not concerned about that at all. You know, and you just have to get people you can trust that, you know, do good work. And, you know, I'm lucky that I have someone that I can outsource work to that does damn good work and treats my customers just the same way I do. And we have the same beliefs as far as how we operate our company, the expectations we have on our company. So that's something you know, if you're not doing it, find a way to get it done. Offer yourself as full service. Let's say you don't do weed controlled fertilization, but you know, a buddy of yours does. Outsource it to him, bill it through you, and just get it done. Now, be careful of that, because every state has different laws and stipulations and this and that. So I'm just suggesting to try and advertise your business as a full service business. And if you don't know how to do something, kind of move it around. So, and find people that can do it. Let's see. I like the 8500 Red Max. However, does it beat my butt? I haven't fallen in love with it yet. It vibrates much more than my steels always have. A little heavier too. I never used the Red Max 8500. I have the Husqvarna. I think it's 850 BTS or whatever it's called. So no experience with the Red Max. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Mine's comfy, blows good. We're good to go. Let's see, Mr. Murph, what's going on? We got good points, man. I just had to refer a sod job to a buddy. You know, sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to move things around. But it's good to refer that, because, you know, in the end, it reciprocates back to you. I mean, and also you're taking care of a friend or a buddy, and they're making money, and you know, you're knowing that customer's gonna be taken care of well. So sometimes you have to refer work off and do what you got to do. So, pardon me, we are drinking Lion Kugels tonight, Summer Shandy. My favorite beer of all time. So let's see what's going on, Mr. MC Long Care. How you doing, buddy? But that's something that's helped a lot, guys. Is full service, offer it, offer it, offer it, and then that attracts a lot of people. I just actually picked up one client, two properties. And this isn't like your typical client, guys. This guy, he's a doctor. He owns the office. He is the main guy that owns the practice. So now I have his office and I have his home. And if you guys know anything about doctors and money they have, so this home was probably, I don't know, $700,000-800,000 house, and there's all these extras in there. And the reason why I got it is because I'm offering a full service company, and he likes that. They prefer that, so it'll get you some big name clients. It can get you some big jobs. You know, it gets you some like small commercial jobs like doctors' offices, stuff like that, and it opens up the door to other stuff. And then we have picked up a storage unit that we're doing now too, and it pays pretty well. And also now I'm picking up some duplexes off someone that works there. So it just kind of works hand in hand. I mean, you just keep picking up stuff and picking up stuff and picking up stuff as you go. So, I mean, that stuff that is working for me, guys. You know, other than that, I mean, we've had some stuff that, like I said, just the trials that have and troubles that have come up. You know, as far as equipment goes, with the trimmer going down already, and then the trailer having some problems. So, I mean, other than that, things are going good for the season, guys. We're looking good. It looks like it's going to be a very profitable month of April, which I'm glad to see, to have the money start rolling back in. Let's see, you got a heater in there. Oh, it's cold out here. It's cold out there, man. We just left the shop about 30 minutes ago. Another guy that's local too. So that's a cool thing about Wichita, guys. A lot of companies, but there's some that are really cool. Just laid back people, just like me. Just out to have fun, mow some lawns, throw some stripes down, do some landscape work, and just hang out and just be cool about everything and get along with everybody. There's like some companies here in town that kind of jerks, but for the most part, community here in Wichita, it's good. A lot of good guys out there. But yeah, I have a heater in here. I'm actually sitting right here by it right now. Keeps me plenty toasty. But you guys got any questions for me at all? I know I've been just talking and rambling on about things that have been going good and not good. So if you guys got anything for me, just throw it up there for me, and we can kind of see what we got going on. Other than that, guys, I did buy the a new Echo product. I said I was going to buy something. I got an Echo, and the Echo I got, I want to say it's like a 2620 or something, maybe. I can't remember. I'd have to look at it. But it's the combi system head. So it's like the most powerful head they make. I can hook up an edger. I can hook up the bed redefiner. I can hook up hedge trimmers to it. All sorts of things. So that seems to be working out pretty good. It's a good purchase. So let's see. You're about 3 hours from me, just about to start our season next week, hopefully. Yeah, I hope you get out there and get going, man. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, being back on the mower has been fun. It's been exciting. I look forward to it every single year. You know, and some of these lawns, like I said, aren't quite greening up yet, but they're getting close. But the stripes are still going down nicely, very nicely. Let's see, where do you mostly mow at? West side of Wichita, anything out east? I don't see anywhere. I'm predominantly west side. We're usually from Kellogg up to Mays, and then I'm actually picking up a lot more work out east right now. A lot of my work now is up all down Rock Road, and then pick Kellogg back over east towards Andover. But I only go out east one day, but I think I have to open up another day to go out there, simply because I'm having requests come in, and like today was my heavy commercial day. Like everything was commercial day. It was all large, and I had a couple of residential sprinkled in. I just don't think I can get it all done, because here's the thing, guys. I'm trying to get all my accounts done in 4 days. One guy, 4 days. 52 properties, which doesn't sound like much, but like I said, some of these properties, guys, aren't just like your easy in and out yards. With some of my commercial properties, there's a lot of edging and trimming involved. It's kind of chopped up, where there's some pieces over here, some pieces over here, some pieces over here. There's a lot of walking, a lot of back and forth. So it takes time on some of these commercials, and also learning some new ones too. So I mean, it's going to speed up. I mean, we're doing first cuts now, so things will gradually speed back up. But with having the commercial properties, it's making it difficult to try and do everything in 4 days. It's hard to do, especially one guy right now. Let's see, do you get calls for power seeding and aeration in the spring? I typically do a lot of those in the fall, but I've been getting asked for it. Here's the thing, what I do with those. So I have two people that I've told them maybe not a good idea to do it, but they've insisted to do it. So what I've done was we went in and we created some. All right, I think I'm back. I don't know what's going on. We're live, then we're not live. We're live and we're not live. I don't know what's going on. So, but to answer that question, Murph, I will do them, but I don't like doing them. Typically, I tell them we'll wait till the fall. A lot of people are fine with that. So, as far as doing like verticutting or reseeding the lawns. So, let's see. Good thinking. Less dry time if you stay out west. Yeah, I mean that's where all my business is at. I mean, I would say 43 or 44 of my clients are all out west, and the rest are out east right now. But the east side's being requested more a little bit this year than it was last year. So the way it's working out, I mean, I might have to open up another day. Like I said, we're trying to get everything done in 4 days, but I might have to figure something out. I might just have to go and open up Friday for a few accounts and just kind of do it like that. So I don't know how well that's going to work out with this whole 4-day thing. It's kind of stressing me out right now because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get it all done. I mean, Monday and Tuesday it didn't go too bad, but there were 1 or 2 yards we didn't mow because they weren't ready to mow yet because there wasn't enough growth on them to do it. So let's see. Not sure what the results will be like. Haven't done much in the spring. As far as or new seed, the problem is you could do it, but then you can't put anything down on top of it because you got to let that new grass come in. So you can't put any kind of herbicide or anything on it to help fight for, you know, pre-emergence or weed control, because all it's going to do is just stop your grass from growing. So it's kind of like, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So if you go ahead and seed it, okay, but then what's going to happen? You're going to get weeds and stuff. You're going to have to come back and try and fight that. Crabgrass. I mean, just different stuff can come into the yard. You're going to have to fight. So I usually just tell people we don't do it until the fall. So that's kind of how I handle the aerations that we're seeing. And two, aerating I don't think is a good idea either in the spring, just due to the fact that if they do put pre-emergence down, I think you're kind of breaking that barrier. I don't think that's a good idea to do that. So I just basically sell everything September and October. This basically is just for those kinds of services. So to answer that question for you. But any more questions for me, guys? Or I'm going to probably wrap this up. We're almost hitting 30 minutes here. I don't want to go too long on this. But something else, Johnny Mow is back on YouTube, guys. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check out his video. He's back. So that was super cool to see Johnny Mow back up and running again on YouTube. So that was pretty cool. So you guys got any more questions for me? If not, we're going to go ahead and shut this off and call it a night for videos. So I don't see anything, but so, all right, guys. Just want to check in with you guys, kind of give you a little update on what's going on for the season, what's been happening, where we're at on customer count, what's been working, what's been not working. So as always, guys, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it very much. Need more content coming up as far as we progress into the first cuts and kind of moving forward with stuff. So stay tuned for that, guys. So thanks a lot.